Surprise. Oh.
We're live! Hello everyone!
Hello.
I'm not gonna lie, I was in the middle of showing Katie the Fairy Loot box and then realised I've got 15 seconds. Oopsie daisy. How are we all? Chloe has enough internet!
Yay!
Hello!
I don't know how she's been surviving with like little to no internet.
Honestly, my 4G would have gone like this.
Yeah.
Like my 4G use would have gone like this. Like, don't get me wrong, I've got like 25 gig, but I would have used it all within like a week.
100%. Just even watching Netflix, you would just use it quickly.
I don't know. I couldn't survive.
Me neither.
We have a Chris.
Hello.
While everyone's joined, I am just going to tweet that we're live because I'm not gonna lie, I forgot to tweet like the half an hour mark. Because I can do social media, me. Do you know what would help?
What?
If I had the link.
Yes, that would help.
You know, that would possibly help. Why aren't you? Oh, don't play. Don't play.
I hate when that happens, when you go to share it and it like your voice comes up. You're like, no.
Yeah. You'd get feedback. So much feedback.
Mm-hmm.
Paste it. And then go tweet. There we go. We're live. Hey. Hello. I'm gonna have to read it on here because I'm on my phone and that is tiny. I only have 5G of data. I've been getting to college early so I can download things on Netflix.
Oh, at least that option's available, though.
Yeah, at least you have college that you can sort of go to and get some Wi-Fi in. Talking of Netflix, that's what I'm doing today. Meep.
Hello.
Meep. How are we all doing? What are we all reading? Are we reading at all, or are you being like me and binge watching Bridgerton season 2?
Well, I'm reading because I don't watch the Bridgerton. But I would show you my book, but you can't tell what it is, and it's not what it looks like it is. I'm
disappointed that it's not what it looks like it is.
Not yet. I've only got a quart of Silver Flames left, and I'm trying to like hold on to it because I don't want it to end. And I can't wait for another one because she's not writing another one for ages. So
I think she's writing the third Crescent City before she's writing the next ACOTAR.
So I can't wait. So I'm just savouring it. So I'm reading.
Well, you know what you should do instead? What you could do in between is read Crescent City.
That is meant to be on my TBR next month, but it's not gonna happen.
I need to plan my TBR for next month because I want to do my TBRC because I haven't done it since January because I was ill at the beginning of March, so I didn't get to film or do anything with that. So I'm hoping to do that, but then I also want to do Magical Readathon. My brain just went no.
You could see your head was trying to remember.
My brain was like, it's there. You can see it. Go on. Yes, so I want to do that as well. So it means I've got to figure out how I can link the two together.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to pick my Magical Readathon first and then do my TBRC and hope that I don't have to pick out any books because that might mess things up a little bit.
Yeah, it probably would.
I feel like that wouldn't be the best. But it's fine. It's fine. Chloe's going to try and finish A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I hope you enjoy it. Or I hope you're enjoying it. Liam's playing Call of Duty. And hoping to finish Mexican Gothic. I don't know if I want to pick that one up or not. I keep hearing really good things about it, but I don't think it's my style of book. But at the same time, I keep hearing things about it.
I read it when it first came out, and I didn't love it.
Okay.
But that hasn't stopped me pre-ordering all their other books that came out, because they're beautiful looking books. So I don't care what the words are like inside. I don't care. They're really nice. Even her latest one, I got a signed copy. So that goes to show how much I was upset by it. I want to try other ones. I just feel like Mexican Gothic. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if you would like it.
What type of book is it? Like the genre of book?
I think it's classed as like a gothic something.
Gothic fantasy, gothic urban fantasy, gothic romance.
No, it's like a gothic horror-y.
Oh yeah,
possibly. No. I don't even know if it would be classed as a. Hold on, let me have a look, because it's definitely gothic. I can tell you that much.
Well, it's kind of a clue in the name, Mexican Gothic.
Yeah.
Kendra's saying thriller.
It's got horror, on Goodreads, horror, fiction, historical fiction, gothic, mystery, fantasy, thriller, adult, historical, audiobook.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave it to everyone else.
It's a slow burn, but I mean, it was all right.
How are you liking it so far? We have a Ryan in the comments.
Hello.
Oh, it jumped on me.
Oh no.
We have a Kendra in the comments. It's not blown me away, which makes me sad, but I do like it. That's fair enough. I have to admit, I
read it.
Pardon?
I've still got to read it.
I really liked
the first one?
Yeah, Good Girls Guide to Murder is the first one. I really enjoyed buddy reading it with Becca because it made us stop and think and almost like solve it with her. Like at the end of each day, we would like go to each other and say, who do you think it is? Like, what did you think of today's pages? And actually, I feel like I enjoyed it more doing it that way than if I had just binged it or just like read it in one go.
Okay.
So it might be worth like buddy reading it by yourself in a way and just sort of like do chunks at a time and look at it that way. Because we also did that with the second one. We still need to buddy read the third one. We keep putting it off. I think it's because a lot of people have said that they either really enjoyed the third one or they're like, actually no, that the tone of the book is completely wrong. And I think it's because the tone of the book's changed.
Right, okay.
Yeah, we've got Gothic Thriller. It's a Gothic horror mystery. Yesterday I was at the first ever Ravenings Prize. It's the first fantasy prize for Norwegian authors. I got the first 2 books of the guy who won the prize sitting here beside me, so I might read. Nice. I'm sticking and printing and sorting TBR. Nice. Which TBR is this for? Are you doing a readathon, Kendra? What readathon are you doing? Because I still need to figure out what classes I'm taking for Magical Readathon. And it's the first next week. So I got a film this weekend as well. I've got 2 announcements to film.
I'm working all weekend, so it sucks. I'm next off on Wednesday, but then I'm on holiday. So
Nice. Magical readathon. Nice. Have you picked your classes?
A lot of people are doing that.
Yeah.
Right,
To be fair, I'm really glad she is doing it in April because I really like Magical Readathon, and actually I've just bought a load of new scrapbooking materials, so I want to use them for my scrapbook for the Magical Readathon. So yes. So yeah. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going in extra, so I'm an alchemist. Nice. See, I haven't managed to look at what it is, but I need to pick a book, like a class that only does like 4 books.
I would be the same.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I could do anything more than about 4 books, and that
a month.
It's over a month.
April.
But I seem to be averaging 3 books a month, and I do want to push myself, so I do sort of want to do like 4 books. But then I've also got to take into consideration the exams happening in August.
Yeah.
For the class, and like how many I need for each.
Yeah.
For that as well, so I need to really take into consideration that. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I believe in you.
Thank you. I've given up on Magical Readathon. I'm doing Magical Hopathon Rachel's instead. That's fair enough. I did Rachel's Magical Hopathon back in October. I think it was October. For the 50th anniversary for Walt Disney World. And I really enjoyed it. But I have this thing where I only do 1 readathon at a time.
No, I would be the same.
I can only do 1 readathon at a time, and Magical Readathon just sort of like pulled me in with like character creation, and I've now done 2 Magical Readathons to build my character up. I'm not going to miss the first semester. Oh, I'm doing Realmathon and Magical Hopathon, so you know, wow. So you're doing 3 readathons.
Kendra.
I'm in awe, Kendra. Like, I'm honestly in awe.
That's amazing. How many books is that going to be then, Kendra? That must be a fair amount.
Are you hoping to like merge them together, like double up on books for multiple prompts?
I hope so. Or that's a massive challenge.
Yeah.
But then I think Kendra reads quite a lot anyway, though, does she not, in a month? I think she averages quite a fair amount of books, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
I could be wrong. You and I are very similar. We're
like 3 books, like 3-4 books a month. Yeah. Like, yeah. So I'm not holding out hope for September. I'm really glad that it's August that the Magical Readathon's in the 2nd month. Because if it was in September, I'm in Florida for 2 weeks.
It's not going to happen.
I would not like manage to read anything more.
You've got some traveling, though. Can you not read when you're traveling?
That's true. I do have like 8 hours there and like 9 hours back, or it might be 9 hours there, 8 hours back. But with airplanes, especially on the flight home, I'm gonna want to sleep because it's a red eye. I leave at like 7 o'clock at night, and I'm gonna want to sleep. On the way to Florida, I'm gonna be too excited.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take like a really easy read with me, like a contemporary romance. Like,
that's a good idea.
Really easy read, because I hardly concentrate at all.
Yeah, that's understandable.
And where we're going Virgin, they always have like the really good movies on the long haul flights.
Ooh.
I've watched like some really big movies that aren't even out on like streaming sites yet. Okay. So I'm kind of hoping to watch a few of those.
That makes
especially
sense.
if it's like an 8-hour flight, you can get like 2 movies watched as well as like eat and do other things. So yeah, kind of hoping for that. So yes. Yeah. I read a lot though. I've read 19 already. Nice. Is that this month or over the year?
Even 19 for the year is a lot, but if it's for the month, holy smokes.
Yeah. I always say I'm going to read on the plane there, and I'm jumping around in my seat. Like, yeah, I'm the same. It's kind of like there's too much energy built up, and you're sat there like this, and I'm like, I can't. I need to like do something. So watching a movie helps calm me because I'm focusing on the movie without actually having to concentrate.
Yeah. And then Chloe will be super excited because if she's traveling to the Americas, she's going to see, or is it Cole? Yeah, she's going to see Cole. I always get mixed up because Cole and Chloe are very similar, like name-wise.
Yeah, there's only 1 letter difference.
Yeah.
On the way back, I don't have the energy. Yeah, on the way back, especially where it's like we're leaving at like 5 to 8 in the evening and landing at like 8 o'clock in the morning, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. And so I'm gonna be tired.
Yeah.
I'm gonna want sleep. So yeah, I kind of just I'm really looking forward to it though. Me and Becca have now planned even more.
Ooh. You two are just not going to be able to sleep for 2 weeks. You're just going to have so much to do.
Literally, some days we're like getting up. We haven't set times yet, but there's one day we're going to Discovery Cove.
Okay.
Which is like this water park type thing where you get silver dolphins and there's like a lazy river and you get to feed birds, like the birds come and land on you and feed from you, and it's all amazing and it's all inclusive. Like you go up, you start at 7:30, you get breakfast and lunch, unlimited snacks, unlimited ice cream, unlimited drinks. You eat and drink whatever you want in there. But as I said, it's a 7:30 start and it's about half an hour to 45-minute journey from our hotel. So we're going to be leaving at like 6:30 in the morning.
No.
We've got an early night the night before, but I'm just like, yeah. I guess who's driving?
You. So you can't even sleep.
Becky will be able to. I won't be able to. 19 books this month.
I thought
nice.
Kendra read a lot.
Excited there, sleep back. Yes. My stepmom calls us Chloe.
Oh.
And it's Chloe Jane. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
You're both CJs.
Wow. I'm glad that I don't feel like getting confused then is a bad thing if you're that similar. I didn't realise middle names were just as close.
Yeah, you are the male and female version of each other.
Yep. That's a good thing though.
Yeah, it is a good thing. But
it's just going to be confusing when they get post.
Yeah.
If it doesn't have Mr. or Mrs. on it, it's going to be CJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be really confusing when you're married.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally, so if we get married, we're both going to be CJH.
Yep. Your mail is going to be a pain. Mind you, if it's boxes, it's definitely Chloe's.
Yes.
It'll be books.
Yeah, male and female versions, but we're nothing alike. Right. On that note, I suggest we do a sprint.
Yep.
I'm eager. I've got my snacks. I do have some nuts in here as well. Right. A packet of nuts.
Oh.
Because they're half-eaten cookies. Okay. And half-eaten nuts. Because I was eating them already. But it's fine. Look at this. I'm ready.
Oh my goodness.
I actually
Who
set this up
are
before.
you?
I know, I set this up before I even started.
Wow.
I was like, yes. Right. Let's start that. I am going to turn my camera off because I don't want to cry in front of you all. So, see you in 45. Hello.
Hello.
How'd we do?
I read 30 pages.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. How was Bridgerton?
Oh, it's so much fun. Oh, I've only managed to, obviously 45 minutes into the first episode, which means there's like 25 minutes left of this episode. Oh, they've managed to capture the same sort of tone as the first one.
That's good.
Material Girl in strings and orchestra is amazing.
Oh, wow.
They did oh, who's the singer? Material Girl. I think it's.
Is it not like Billy Joel or something?
No, who is it? I need to find out who it is.
I can't remember. I know exactly what you're talking
Madonna.
about. Oh, yes.
Madonna. I knew it was either Madonna, Kylie, or Danny. I knew it was an Australian.
It was a man. That wouldn't even make sense. You can tell how tired I am today.
But yeah, Material Girl in strings and orchestra is amazing. I didn't think I needed it in my life until I listened to it in Bridgerton. Because that's one thing I really like is they do popular songs as orchestras and like strings and
that is pretty cool.
Classic in the classic style. They did an Ariana Grande song last season, so I'm excited to see which songs are in this one.
I might have to look up you know how on Spotify people do like lists and they'll do, oh, this is the soundtrack, and they'll compile them all together. I might listen to them because that sounds really good.
Yeah, they brought out a Bridgerton album of like all of the songs.
Ooh.
Of like all the songs that they did. Now I want to. There's music on here, yeah. Where's the search button? There it is. Bridgerton. Okay, so season 1. Oh. Okay, so they did Thank You Next by Ariana Grande.
Wow.
Girls Like You, In My Blood, Bad Guy from Billie Eilish.
No way.
They also did Wildest Dreams by Taylor Swift.
What? Okay, I'm listening to this.
This was Bad Guy.
That's really cool.
And then this is a little bit of Wildest Dreams. Let's get to the. And then Thank You Next, just like the big ones.
That's crazy.
It honestly, the music in it is just great, and they normally have like one, maybe two, like one episode.
Okay.
Of that, these big covers, and it just like you can hear it. You're like, I know that song.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
Oh.
We have an Erin.
Hi,
Morning or evening. It's 20 to 9 here. Got to chapter 60 of House of Earth and Blood last night before packing it up for the night about 11 p.m. All I wanted to do was keep reading. My eyes are falling out of my head though. Oh no, I'm glad you're enjoying it. She's excited to continue reading this morning. Just got here midway through the sprint. I'll be reading Little Thieves next sprint. Nice. 87 pages of Good Girls Guide to Murder. Nice. To be fair, I'm not surprised. Good Girls Guide to Murder is a really quick read because it's also multimedia.
Oh, okay.
So it's got like reports and transcripts and maps and things in it, and it's really cool to read. 58 pages of Mexican Gothic, just over 2/3 through, and things are finally happening. Oops.
It is quite a slow burn, I'll give it that.
I don't do slow burn books. I'm glad I'm missing it.
Yeah, you'll hate it then. You'll hate it.
Yeah, I like things to just dive right in.
Yeah, no.
Like, you're there.
That surprises
Congratulations.
me that you read some fantasy then.
But the thing is that some fantasy get into it quicker than other fantasies.
Yeah.
So you'll find that I particularly enjoy urban fantasies, or I call them low fantasies, but fantasies that don't have their own world. It's just like a historical version of our world.
I see. So
Values,
you don't like the world building.
The world building is the bit that gets me, like.
So no like, Brandy Sandy for you.
No Brandy Sandy. No Hobbs.
What about Lord of the Rings?
No. Too big, too many characters, too much. I think Sarah is probably the only what I would class high fantasy in terms of Throne of Glass and ACOTAR.
Yeah.
That I enjoy, because Crescent City is actually an urban fantasy. It's set in our world.
Yeah.
Just in the future. So it kind of like has the same sort of values and morals and that sort of thing. But that's one of the reasons why I'm falling out of love with Throne of Glass, because the more seasons I get, like more seasons I'm watching TV, more books that gets into it, the deeper the fantasy aspect is, and it gets more and more, it's getting more and more convoluted. And I'm just sat there like, I've got 2 big chunky books to read. So much is going on. So much like intricate world building and so much like confusing magic going on.
Yeah.
That it's not flowing for me.
See, I love that.
No. I have a simple brain.
No, you don't.
No, I do.
You just know what you like.
No, I do. I get easily distracted, so I need a fast-paced story to keep me in the book. And if you start going off on a tangent about how it's one of the reasons why I don't like flowery writing. If you go on a tangent and tell me how brown a door is, I don't care.
So no Stephen King either then?
No. Like, I don't, yes, there's a hole in the table. I don't particularly, the size might be good and like the depth, but I don't particularly care that it's browned around the inside or that it's got, I don't care. It's a hole in the table. Move on.
Fair. Okay. Yeah, I get it.
It's one of the reasons, one thing that I found out is that Iron Widow is apparently really good for people with ADHD.
Okay.
And I'm excited to read it.
Okay.
So I'm excited to see what that one's like. But yeah, other than that, I'm like, no.
That is a book I don't even have on my shelf, which is unusual when it comes to popular books and things.
Yeah, because Iron Widow I got was my last Illumicrate book. Mm-hmm. Because I requested it on NetGalley because I read it and was like, oh, that sounds good. And then I got rejected from it, which I was a little disappointed about. But then I realised it was the Illumicrate book and I was happy again.
Okay. I'll maybe have to get it. I don't really know a lot about it, but I've heard a lot of people saying it's amazing. Yeah,
I think it's meant to be a really, really good book. Liv, you need to borrow the Relentless series off Becca. They're super fast paced. I might just add them to my wish list because I need more books. I'm excited to get into the Throne of Glass series. I think you'll really enjoy Erin Throne of Glass series. As soon as the Wyverns appear in Throne of Glass series, I was like, excuse me, what is this? Like strange characters Selena has never seen are described in full detail because we also need to experience them for the first time. But I found things like wyverns and witchy things were just thrown at us. Yeah, when we started getting multiple POVs, I did start to get worried because the story was just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So in the first 2 books, it's just one POV, and then the next thing you know, it's 2, and then it's 3.
I struggle with multiple POVs. That's why I didn't like A Court of Frost and Starlight as much, because I was like, who the hell am I reading?
So heads up, Silver Flames is 2 POVs.
I knew that. More than two I'm absolutely fine with going backwards and forwards, but more than 2 I'm like, I don't know who I'm reading.
Yeah. I tell you who is really good at doing 2 different POVs. Bridget Camera. Her 2 POVs are incredible. She did 2 POVs in all of her books, I think. I know it's definitely in Heart, Vow, and Defy the Night. Can't remember if it's in Heart or not. But Defy the Night was so perfectly executed. Like, you didn't even need to read the name at the top of the title and you knew which character was being...
That's really good.
Like, there were times where I was just like reading, completely forgot to read the name at the top of the chapter, and within like the first 2 sentences I was like, right, I know who I'm reading.
Oh.
She's really good at doing 2 POVs. And
what was her book called, sorry?
Defy the Night. I think you'll prefer Defy the Night over the Curse series.
Okay. I'm all about it. Adds to list.
I was a little bit nervous about reading Defy the Night last year because it's about a pandemic.
Oh.
Don't worry, it's good. It's a really good book. It doesn't go into like details about the pandemic or the illness. It's just that there's an illness going around the city, like the cities, this country.
I might wait a little bit because I bought 56 Days, which is like a thriller based around that, and I've never touched it because I'm like, nope.
So it's, when I say pandemic, it's the typical fantasy pandemic.
Before we actually had one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she actually started writing this book before the pandemic.
Yeah.
It was just really awkward that she was like, so I've been writing this book and I feel like I need to tell you I've been writing this book because of what's currently happening in the world at the moment. I'm creating a book about a pandemic. I'm sorry. But I think she did it beautifully. But yeah, Bridget's 2 POVs, just Iron Widow was epic. Comment away.
Yeah.
Erin, I want to read Iron Widow 2, but it's in a box on its way here. It'll have to wait.
How long will it be until your stuff's there, Erin?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not too long.
Iron Widow was brilliant. It definitely jumped straight into the story. Yeah, well, what I found really interesting was because I see a lot of the author's TikToks. She's really popular on TikTok.
Okay.
And she was saying she has ADHD, And so she subconsciously wrote this book. And she's been contacted by a lot of people with ADHD and were like, I really enjoyed your book. I found it really easy to read. So I think she's very, very good. And I just love the fact that her and her friends had a bet, and she lost the bet. And so she did her author photo, you know, in the back of the book.
Yeah.
In a cow onesie.
No.
She's wearing a cow onesie in her author photo.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
And I absolutely love it.
I've just added that one to my basket as well.
I've heard Defy the Night was excellent. It's also in a box on its way to me. I was very grateful and got an e-arc of it, and I could not put it down. I think I read it in like a day and a half, which is high praise coming from me.
I was about to say that's amazing.
Like, honestly, I read it so quickly. It was like, it was over. I was just...
Is it part of a series or are they standalones?
So Defy the Night is the first book in a series.
Okay.
The second book is coming out end of this year.
Okay.
I think it's coming out in November, September. Ember, yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I cannot wait for the second book. But when you do read it, let me know when you do, because I want voice notes.
Okay.
I want full on voice notes.
Read Crave or Vampire Academy first, at least.
Yes.
Because they're both sitting. Well, the first Vampire Academy and Frostbite are sitting on my shelves, and then Crave is there too. I'm like, I will get to you, I promise.
Heads up, I found that because on my Discord for VA Along, a lot of people are enjoying books 3 more than books 1 and 2.
Okay.
I love them all. They're all coming out as 5 stars, but that's just me.
Okay.
Don't bother with 56 days.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. April in theory?
Fingers crossed they're soon, Erin.
Hopefully. And when you think of a kick-ass character, they're amazing. Oddly enough, I don't think I can read until I get next month's TBR sorted for Realmathon and Magical Readathon. Fair enough. Iron Widow is certainly action-packed. Yeah.
I'm definitely picking this up then.
Yeah. I think a lot of people have said that about Iron Widow. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Just from the cover alone, it was one of those books that I saw everywhere, and I was like, I really don't think it's...
Have you seen the Illumicrate edition?
Yes. I did. I have been on the waiting list for Illumicrate for ages, and I think it was actually Kendra backstage on a live said to me, oh, did you check your spam folder? It's probably in there. So then I had to rejoin because they accepted it in October. Then I had to rejoin, so I'm patiently waiting every day checking.
When did you rejoin?
Like the 2nd, 3rd, 4th of January.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure it was... Yeah, it must have been early January.
Because I joined end of January and I emailed them and said, like, look, when am I getting off the wait list?
Oh, the 31st of January. I lied.
Okay, so you're after me. I joined on like the 25th of January.
Okay.
Heads up, they're looking at I think they got to like mid-Jan or just like the week before us.
Okay.
For April, and I think they're going to release May's boxes like this month for like waitlist going forward.
Oh, okay.
So we might get May's. They said they're hoping to give us May's boxes. Because I only want May's box.
Okay.
Because of the book that's in it.
I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna ask you privately.
Ask me at the end of this.
Okay.
and I will let you know what it is.
Okay.
Because yes, I need the May book because I know Illuma Crate will go all out for it.
Now I
And I
want
need it.
and I don't even know what it is.
Right. I think we should do another. I will have a look, Kendra. Thank you. Kendra sent me last month's magnets for Alex and for Red, White, and Royal Blue, the two main characters from that. Because I love Red, White, and Royal Blue, and I didn't get it. I didn't get the box, and I was sad. But Kendra gave them to me, so I was happy.
Oh, that's so kind. I love our community. It's so everyone's so nice.
I like our little corner of BookTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice little corner of BookTube where everyone gets along.
Yes.
Oh no. Restart to install the latest Windows updates.
No. Don't do it. No.
Snooze. Snooze.
Yeah, but how long is it snoozed for?
I don't know. It will snooze until it pings back up again, then I'll snooze it again.
Oh no.
I think it snoozes it for like 24 hours, so we're all right.
Okay, that's fine.
It's not like minutes or hours. It's like
Thank God.
days.
If you disappear, I know what you've done.
Oh no, because I'll still be on here.
Okay. But will the timer not go away?
The timer will, yes. The
So
timer
if that
will
disappears,
disappear.
I'll be like, hey, Liv.
No, don't do it. We'd never see it. You wouldn't.
Nope. Not for another week.
Nope. I'd still be here. I just wouldn't have any. I wouldn't have time or anything. It is my fave corner as well. Right. Do you know what? I nearly forgot to turn off the sound of the screen, and you almost had a beep 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 beep. It's fine though. Right. Starting. See you all in 45. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? How'd you do?
I had like a small nap.
Okay.
On BookTube. I didn't realize how tired I was. I was like reading the words and I was like, nope. Nope. Nope.
I mean, that's fair enough.
How was your episode?
It's so good. Oh, it makes my... It's just such...
Giving you all the feels.
It's giving me all the feels of the first season, but in the second... It just... It works.
Good.
Oh. I'm happy. I don't want to say too much because I know people are going to want to watch it and I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. So I'm like, lips are sealed for now.
That's fair.
We have a Rosie. Hello.
Hello, Rosie.
To be fair, I did post about them quite late. I don't post about them until this afternoon. Checked at 7 but saw nothing. Yeah, I start my sprints at 7:30 just because when I'm have dinner about 6:30, and by the time that I get everything sorted, 7:30 just works better for me. Does anyone know from Blood and Ashes and Mapping It? I think it does. I wouldn't know. I can go check in a bit, but I don't know off the top of my head. Hi, Rosie. Finished. Going to try and shower before the next sprint. How did you find it? What did you rate it? Oh. Hello. I made it back with 13 seconds to spare. Yes.
Yay, well done.
Erin read 44 pages. Nice. I'm going to yawn again. Been naughty and ordered a pizza. It's not naughty.
No.
There's nothing wrong with ordering pizza at 10:15.
What did you order, though? What was the
Yeah.
pizza? I love hearing what people order.
I have to ask you a very important question, Katie.
I'm going to fail right away, I know it.
Do you like pineapple on your pizza?
I don't eat pizza.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's fine. That's fine.
It's because I have allergies to certain sugars and things, so I can't have the tomato sauce.
Oh no.
So it would be really weird. And I can't have pizza dough either because it's got gluten in it. So
See, my mum's allergic to tomato, so when we order pizza, we go for Domino's, and you can remove the base. And then she just gets extra cheese, and it works quite well.
I don't like cheese though.
You just don't eat pizza.
But I like the smell of pineapple.
That's right.
I've never had pineapple because I can't eat it because of the sugar. But I like
what
the smell.
Can you eat?
Not a lot. Yeah, it's really annoying going out to eat like anywhere because it's like, excuse me, can I please ask what this is and what this is and what's in this? I just don't really go out to eat because it's a faff. And people as well, because there's some people out there that like do it for like to be healthy rather than it being a actual thing that you can't help. I just feel like people look at me and go, so I just don't bother.
Yeah.
It's just easier.
Yeah, I understand that. It must be. I'm very grateful that I have no allergies or anything that I can't have. My milk intolerance is so low, it's ridiculous, like so high even, that I only have issues sort of like once every other month, and that's if I have milk. Yeah, that's only if I have too much of it. But like I have no issues with gluten, dairy, no nut allergies, nothing.
Saying that, so we're not meant to be able to digest milk and dairy anyway. So it makes sense that some people just can't have it.
Yeah. 4 stars in the end. Was a good book, but I wasn't blown away. That's fair enough. Only about 30 pages this time, but only have about 50 pages left, so definitely finishing it tonight. Oh yes, definitely finish that tonight. Lynn wants pizza. Oh, got Texas barbecue. Nice. Kendra knew you didn't like cheese.
Yes. I feel like I've had this conversation a good few times.
I don't think I ever remember having it.
I think Lisa was upset with me because I didn't like cheese.
I think Becca would have been upset with you that you didn't like cheese either. She's a cheese fiend.
Was.
Yeah, she's a cheese fiend. She loves cheese.
Can she have cheese?
She has special lactase tablets.
Oh, she does.
Which means that she can have cheese. And actually, when we go to Florida, I'm also getting some lactase tablets because I don't want to have to not eat the ice cream if I've had too much dairy.
That makes sense. It's amazing that you can get things like that now to help.
Yeah, they really help as well. They really work. My son used to work at a pizza place, and he can go on rants about pineapple. Not pineapple belongs on pizza. I love pineapple on pizza.
Is it just because it's a fruit so people think it's weird?
Yeah.
But tomato is a fruit, and that's on pizza.
Not only that, I'm sorry. Fish, anchovies. Who has anchovy pizza?
Nope. No.
But no.
No. Ugh.
Yeah. Like, I don't care if pineapple is on pizza, but I never order it. That's fair enough. I'm guessing Erin has some allergies. Yeah, I remember you were there, Liv. You got on about your posh cheeses. You know what?
Oh, yes. When you buy the special expensive cheese from the cave.
Oh, the cave age cheddar.
Yes, you were there.
Oh, I love my cave age cheddar. I haven't had it in a while. I might need to go down to Cheddar and get some cave age cheddar. I tried to look for it in Tesco's the other day, but it wasn't there.
Oh.
To be fair, I probably have better luck at Waitrose rather than Tesco's.
Probably. It sounds for a Waitrose type cheese.
Yeah. Jade hates cheese. Ugh, my internet. I think that's supposed to be internet. Connection is being crap at the moment. Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
Pineapple belongs on pizza. Thank you, Erin. Thank you. To be fair, I don't think my Italian ancestors particularly like me talking about the fact that I like pineapple on pizza.
Probably not.
But you know what? I don't care. Oh, why would you order a tuna pizza?
What the? No.
Just say no to fish pizza. I like Hawaiian pizza, so I don't mind pineapple. A pineapple on pizza is such a guilty pleasure. I don't think it should be guilty. You should be seeing it from the rooftops.
Yeah.
Hay fever and some raw fruit and veg. But if I react, I just take an antihistamine and deals with it. That's fair enough.
Unfortunately, that doesn't work for me. But I was born with the sugar intolerance thing, so I don't know any different. But I can't eat like chocolate or fizzy juice or biscuits. But I don't know what they taste like, so...
You never missed out on it.
Yeah.
I went into anaphylaxis once. My face swelled up, my lips went, my face, my hands. I am not allergic to anything. Like, I had tests done and everything. Like, I woke up, I went to bed not feeling very well. I felt quite dizzy the night before, and then I woke up and it was Saturday morning and about 5 o'clock, and I went up to my mum because I told her with my parents. I was like, Mum, I really still don't feel very well. She's like, just take an antihistamine and go back to bed. she turned the light on, and my face had swollen, my hands had swollen, my feet had swollen, my knees had swollen. Like, I was puffing up like a pufferfish. And so she calls 111. I was calm about it at this point. I was like, we'll just call 111, see if they can get us an emergency doctor's appointment. And they're like, so we're going to send you an ambulance. It'll be with you shortly.
Oh my God.
So I ended up going to hospital via ambulance. And I had tests and everything done, and I'm not allergic to anything. It was just, the easiest in layman terms is that in my head, 2 wires crossed, and my body didn't like it and decided to go into anaphylaxis. But it wasn't full-blown anaphylaxis. But it was like a slow one. It was just basically my brain went, "What? No, that's not meant to happen. Swell." But it was when it looked like I had Botox at one point. Like, my lips went like,
oh my God,
full on, like I had proper Botox. And yeah, that was fun.
Wow.
But yeah, I got the diagnostics after having all the tests done, and they're like, yeah, it's just your brain just went.
That was like my hand. Remember when I had my little claw situation? It was basically, it's something called functional dystonia was what it was called. And it's when your brain tries to tell a body part to do something and the body part just goes, nah, not listening. And I was like, that is so weird that your body does that.
Yeah.
So strange. Yeah. I still don't have proper feeling in my hand since that happened. It's really weird.
Yeah, it's amazing what your brain can do.
Mm-hmm.
It just fascinates me. But yeah, and touching wood, touching like all the wood in the house, I have never had any problems since, and that was 4 years ago now.
That's wild though. Your mum's just like, just take an antihistamine, you'll be fine. Holy shit.
Not gonna lie, she felt really bad for me.
I was about to say, I bet you she felt really bad when the ambulance rocked up to your house and off you went.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, she was the one who ended up calling the ambulance, because like not the ambulance, 111, because I wasn't feeling right, like in myself. Obviously I was puffing up.
Yeah.
And so I obviously just sat there, and she turned the light on, and she looked at me and went, right, I'm gonna call 111 now.
Try not to panic you.
Because I didn't know, like my eyes had swollen as well, like my eyelids had swollen.
But you didn't feel.
I didn't really know what was going on. I just thought I'd had, like, you know, when you wake up and you've got like,
you're not right,
and I woke up and I was rubbing my eyes, and I didn't feel any different, but at the same time I didn't feel there.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a fun early morning. And the really funny thing was we really scared the neighbours, because 2 ambulances turned up. Because one was ending, and because my mouth had started to swell, they needed to get an ambulance to me quicker than what they could. So they sent one of the ambulances that was meant to finish in like 10 minutes.
Okay.
So that they could get to me in time, because they were the closest one.
That makes sense.
So they sort of came in, did like the vitals, all of that, and then they did the handover in my house.
Oh.
With the second lot of ambulance crew that turned up. And it was the second ambulance crew that took me to the hospital.
Yeah.
Well, the first one closed off for the day and went home.
Oh.
So, but all our neighbours were like, there were 2 ambulances. Are you okay? I was like, yeah, no, I'm fine. Just swapping over shift midway through trying to deal with me.
That 2 ambulance crew people that came to you first, I bet you they were like, can you let me know what happens with this girl? I want to know. I bet you were the talk for that couple of days afterwards.
Yeah, what happened? Did she puff up?
Yeah.
Puff up anymore? But yeah, I mean, I'm grateful I was asleep when it started, because it was slow growing whilst I was asleep because I was relaxed. As soon as I got up and started walking around, I puffed up faster.
Yeah. Did it take
And
a while for it to go, like, did they give you anything for it to go down?
so
Or
they
did you
gave
just
me
have to wait?
steroids. They didn't give me adrenaline because they wanted to try steroids, and the steroids actually worked.
Okay.
And I was on steroids for like 5 days afterwards as well to help level me.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was interesting to say the least. At one point they were going to send me home with an EpiPen because they were like kind of like that was a severe reaction. And even like the allergen specialist who did like my tests afterwards, he was like, normally these things come up in like a rash every now and then. I've never seen one this severe.
Yeah.
And he'd been in medicine for like as like an allergen specialist for like 10 years, and he's like, I've never seen one this bad before.
You're just like, hello, my name is Liv. I bring the chaos. I am swollen.
Literally everything is just chaos.
Wow.
My food is 3 minutes away, like Domino's.
Domino's are always really fast.
Yeah. Milk and cream, yes. It gives me... I can't read that. Hang on. Cincinnatus.
Is that meant to be sinusitis?
I think it
Is
might
that like
be.
your sinuses?
If I have more than a quarter cup a day. Cheese I'm fine with, oddly enough. Can't be as bad as mine, Rosie.
Yeah, I think Chloe wins for terrible internet.
Yeah. Or deep fried pizza. Who eats that?
That's quite a common thing here up in Scotland.
Is it?
Yep.
I eat anchovies on pizza. They're so tasty. Oh. Everyone to themselves, though.
They're
Everyone
just
to themselves.
slimy.
I have hay fever too. I get hay fever, and then I don't get hay fever, and then I get hay fever, and then I don't get hay fever. So it all
Do you know
depends
a good
on.
thing for hay fever? When I was in Portugal like years ago, my friend's grandma told me to put Vaseline up my nose because it stops the pollen going up and irritating. So like just the inside of your nose, just smear like a tiny little bit of Vaseline, and then it just catches all the pollen so it doesn't go up, and then you just blow your nose and then reapply. It did work.
I have this thing where I can't put anything, like any liquid up my nose.
Okay.
Like I can do the COVID tests because it's dry, and I can do all that. But I can remember one year I had really, really bad hay fever. It was so bad that I didn't want to go outside.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was closing all windows. It was like spring, really hot, and I was closing windows because I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
It's so bad. So my nan gave me, she probably wasn't meant to, some really strong nasal spray that was like prescribed to her.
Okay.
And you had to like do it up the nose. I ended up throwing up after it because I couldn't deal with the sensation of it. Like it made me throw up afterwards.
It is a weird feeling.
So I'm never putting anything up my nose again.
Fair.
True, Chloe. You should win an award. Is it the body doesn't make amylase? I don't know.
Oh, Kendra will probably know, actually.
The body can go into anaphylaxis for all sorts of weird and wonderful reasons. Yeah, I now know that. But it did cause problems getting my COVID vaccination because one of the questions is, have you ever been in anaphylaxis? And I had to say yes. So I originally booked in, as soon as I was able to, like my age group was able to, I booked in for an NHS slot. And I went there and they turned me away because they said they couldn't give me the Pfizer because I'd gone into anaphylaxis.
Yeah.
And they couldn't administer me AZ without doctor's consent because at that point they weren't giving it to anyone under the age of 40.
Yeah.
So I ended up calling the nurse, like the doctors, and I was like, look, this is what's happened. I need to call the doctor so that I can understand the vaccines better and understand what's going on.
Yeah.
And so the nurse goes to me, look, I am one of the volunteers. I'm a nurse. I volunteer down there. Instead of calling the doctor, ask me your questions and I'll see if I can help you. So I explained what happened, what I'd gone through at the hospital and all of that. And she was like, I would have given you the jab. You've had your allergen test. You're not allergic to egg, dairy, or there was something else, that they were looking at. Would you be okay with taking the Pfizer? And I was like, yes, to be fair, I prefer to take the Pfizer than the AZ.
Yeah.
Because long term, Pfizer is better than AZ so far in the studies. So I was like, yeah, I'll just go for the Pfizer. And she was like, yeah, come in tomorrow. So popped in tomorrow, popped in the next day, had my Pfizer. And once you've had your first Pfizer, they don't ask you any of the questions again because you've already had it.
Yeah.
But yeah, originally I had some problems getting the original COVID jab.
Wow. It's good that they do that though, so that
it is and it isn't. I drove because my closest NHS one is like a 25-minute drive from my house.
Oh right, okay.
So I had to drive 25 minutes there, wait an hour in a queue, then be told, no, we can't give it to you.
Yeah.
To then be sent home a 25-minute journey. Personally, I understand why they didn't give it to me. They have to follow protocol. But at the end of the day, I know I'm not going to have an allergic reaction because of my results.
Yeah.
I'm not allergic to anything. They should have taken that into consideration.
That's very true, yeah.
And the thing is they had an NHS nurse on hand at the NHS vaccine site, and I explained this all to her, and they still turned me away. Which is frustrating, but I know they have to follow guidelines. But it was just disappointment.
A bit of a faff to have no result.
Yeah. It was also a disappointment that it was held at a fire station and there were no firemen.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would have wanted a fireman to like give the injection.
The thing is I would have like I would have pretended to faint and everything. Oh, hold me.
I don't even believe that I just said that.
I didn't explode, Rosie. It's okay.
Embarrassed at myself.
My friend's a paramedic and she always asks. Jesus, sounds horrible and so scary. It wasn't. I was unexpectedly calm. It was a really strange sensation. Like, I couldn't explain it to anyone. It was like I was lightheaded, but I wasn't lightheaded at the same time.
Yeah.
It was such a strange sensation, and I got a little bit panicky when my mum said, because I was still in my pajamas when we were calling 111, and she got off the phone and she was like, "Go get dressed." I'm like, "Why? Where are we going?" She's like, 111 have just called an ambulance for you. They'll be here in 10 to 15 minutes.
Don't stress. Get your clothes on.
Just get your clothes on. At that point, I started to panic a little bit.
Yeah.
But I was also distracted by the fact that I needed to get dressed. I needed to get a hospital bag together. I had that planning. I was keeping calm by planning that. I got a little bit shaky when I had to lie on the sofa and wait for the ambulance to turn up. Because I was then sat there waiting for the ambulance.
Yeah, you didn't have anything to distract you, like you were.
No. But I always find paramedics and hot ambulance workers amazing. They manage to calm down a situation so fast.
Yeah.
And, really nice people, and they all, helped me out. When I got back from, so I stayed in the hospital for the morning. I managed to get home in the morning, and I had sticky stuff on me for heart monitors and things.
Yeah.
that evening when I was in the shower, I found one here.
Yeah,
I
they
thought
put
I'd
them back.
it was like, I thought I'd removed you all, yet here you are. What are you
No.
doing here? I got like that off penicillin. Yeah, my mum's the same. My mum's allergic to penicillin. Yeah, following up on interesting jobs is always a struggle sometimes, unless you go for the same hospital all the time. I'm glad everything turned out okay. So, yeah. Stops the pollens is 2.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, I don't want anything up the nose, no. I'm a vampire, I don't go out the sun. But if they had to give it to you, if they had gave it to you and you had a reaction, they could have been sued as they found allergic reactions. Yeah, but I feel like if they got me to sign something basically saying, we'll give you this, but here are the possible reactions.
I don't know if they're allowed to do that though.
Mm.
Because it would need to be done by like a solicitor or something. It couldn't just be like a form.
Yeah. Katie, you want to be injected by a fireman?
I wouldn't say no.
Firemen in the UK don't do anything medical other than put you in high flow oxygen. Sorry to burst your bubble. No, my mum had firemen when she went to the same place because the firemen, the NHS vaccine hubs are just volunteers that have been trained to do injections.
Yeah.
And so the firemen were trained to do the injections so that they could help out at the fire station that they worked at. That's what I'm disappointed about.
Yeah.
There were no firemen at the station.
I had a pretty good looking, well, I say good looking, I could only see like above his face mask, but he was a dentist, and I was like, he did my first injection, and I was just like, you're lovely. You're lovely.
Yeah.
Your lovely little eyes. Because that's all you can see. So you're just like, lovely.
Yeah.
I didn't care what he injected into my arm. I was just like, yep, I trust you. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. I find medical professionals so incredible. Like most medical professionals, I know there are a few that aren't like this, but the fact that you can just walk in and they just put you at ease like
Yeah.
that. Like, you have to have really good people skills. I couldn't do that.
Oh.
I could not do that. And they're not. I know they're not all hot.
No, they're not.
I did it. It was so fun prodding people. Anyone could have done it.
Mm.
Anyone could have done it.
I
Right.
don't think I would have enjoyed doing that.
I'm funny with needles.
Yeah, I'm not great with them either, considering, even though I've got millions of tattoos, it's different than an injection.
Yeah, I have to admit it's not fun. When I got my tattoos, that was fun. It wasn't. I squirmed like a worm, and it's on my. It was. To be fair, it's on the top of your. It's on the top of my foot.
Yeah, why you did that, I don't know.
I don't know either, but I really like my tattoo.
Yeah, it's nice once it's finished, but why would you go to that spot specifically first?
Well, to be fair, when I was 19, I got a little Minnie Mouse on the heel of my foot.
What's wrong with you? Why do you go for the painful spots first?
To be fair to me, I'm always dubious about doing it around my belly because I gain a lot of weight, lose a lot of weight, gain a lot of weight, lose a lot of weight. And like the stretchy parts of my stomach, just I don't feel comfortable doing it on that. Neither on my thighs either. I have, and this is wrong, I know it is wrong, but I work in an office environment that if I have any tattoos down here, I know I will get judged.
Wow.
And where I'm working in business development, which is sales and marketing, it could turn into a lot of face client contact.
Yeah.
And so having tattoos visible can be quite, you can be judged, and the company can then be judged, and that's not very good for business. So I have to be quite careful about where I place tattoos.
Okay.
So feet are easily covered. I don't want anything on my back because then I can't see it, and the whole point of a tattoo is that I see the tattoo. So a foot tattoo, I can see it, I can cover it, and it ticks the boxes. Basically, it's not going to stretch. My feet aren't going to stretch.
No.
So that's why I've gone for my feet. Like, I've got 3 foot tattoos.
So you not only did it once, you did it twice, and then you did it 3 times.
Yeah. So I've got a little Minnie Mouse on the heel of my foot, on the, like this. So say this is your foot.
Yeah.
That's your big toe. That's your little toe. Running down the side of my foot here, I've got my cat's names that passed last year and the year before, where they're like, it's all joined up and it's got like a little cat in the middle of them.
Oh, cute.
And then I've got my big book tattoo on the other foot, like that goes across my foot like this. It's like a book exploding with like watercolors.
I don't even have my feet tattooed. It's just not on my plan. Nope.
So yeah. That's why I have foot tattoos.
Well, that makes sense.
But
you might need a new job so that you can get more.
I would love to get some form of like tattoo around my wrist or something, like on my hand.
Do you wear a watch? Oh, okay.
No.
Because my first one that I got on my hand, well, on my wrist, it fit underneath my watch strap, so I could just wear my watch and no one would see it. It's obviously went a bit too far now, and you can't wear a watch anymore with the amount that I've got. But I mean, I've got my hands and everything tattooed now, so
yeah,
it's game over for me.
I'd love to get more tattoos and be brave enough to get tattoos, but yeah.
Could you not get the tops of your arms?
Again, they stretch.
Okay.
That is my biggest thing, is that because I gain a lot of weight and then I lose a lot of weight and then I gain a lot of weight and then I lose. I yo-yo so much. Like this time last year, 2020, I was just edging into a size 14, like going down. I was 14 to 16. I would now say I'm comfortably an 18, like UK 18.
Yeah, but 2020 doesn't count because everybody went up the way. Everybody did.
But before that, it was like I was a size 12, then I was a 16, then I went back to a 14, then I went to a 12, 16. Like, I yo-yo all over the place.
Yeah.
And I just know that, they would stretch and they would distort because that's what they do on your skin, and I don't want that. So, feet is. As it was described to me, being a paramedic is like being a swan on water, all calm and cool and collected above the water, but under the water, kicking madly. Yeah, I used to do St. John Ambulance. I used to be a first aider with them. Oh. So I know exactly what you mean, Kendra. Are you saying I'm not qualified? No, Kendra.
That's because you said anyone can do it. You're like, anyone can do it.
I found my foot tattoo ticklish. Oh my god. It was like the heel one wasn't too bad. It felt like a little cat scratch. The heel one was
quite thick.
Yeah, and to be fair, it was literally an outline of Minnie Mouse.
Yeah.
There was nothing. There was no shade. There was a little bit of shading in the bow, but that was it. This foot one, honestly, like the shading up and back and forth on it, it was painful. I'm gonna see if I can find if I've got a photo of it on here. Oh no, it's my camera. I don't think I have a photo. I know when there might be a photo. Nope. I'm pretty sure I sent a photo of it to Becca. I forgot how many photos me and Becca send each other. I've got my phone like placed on there. I don't want to move it, otherwise I just show you my foot.
I'm gonna be back in 2 seconds because my cats have knocked over something and I don't really know what it is.
Okay.
But it sounds like one of them may be trapped. So I might have to go and investigate. I'll be 2 seconds.
Okay, go investigate your cat. Be back.
They had knocked everything off on top of my fridge. So,
well,
but no one was hurt, so that's all good.
That's alright. That's my foot tattoo. My book one.
Cool.
So as you can see,
right over the really sore parts of your foot.
Yeah. And then this one is the
Oh, that's really pretty.
It's got Alfie
that
and
little
Charlie.
cat in the middle is so cute.
Yeah. I think I like this one the most because I designed it. I said exactly what I wanted for that one. Whereas the book one, I sort of went around and was like, here are 3 photos that I really like. Make what of you will. This is what I'm after. So, I've had to tie my brown hair for my new job. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Joys of office work. They can screw me out in my tattoos though. Starts on the 11th. Nice. Nemo. Go off for a bit. It's nearly 9:30 here. I need to get up and work out so I can shower, then get back into my book. Nice. Well, I think you've probably gone by now. If not, bye, Erin.
Yes.
Is the cat safe? Yes. Ooh, that's cool. Hinko. Enjoy your day, Erin. I'll be back on after I shower if you guys saw. This is going to be our last sprint, and I'm thinking we're going to sprint for 35. Now, I say 35 because I have 32 minutes left of the episode.
That's fine.
So if we go for 35, then that way, I can finish my episode. Then I would have watched 2 episodes.
My BookTube episode as well. Because I was watching BookTube and like having a little nap in the last sprint.
Do you know what would help? If I added to stream, and you know what I'm gonna do? My little last sprint banner.
Fancy.
So, oh no. Okay, fair enough. Sleep well, guys. Have a good day, Erin. And we're gonna start 35 minutes. See you in a bit. And we are back.
Hello.
How are we all?
Good. How are you?
It's good. I finished the second episode.
Well done.
And I started the third. I managed to get like 5 minutes of the third one done as well. Because I always forget that there's like 4 minutes worth of credits at the end.
Yeah.
And I always forget that. So yeah. Molly enjoyed for the last 33 minutes. Woo!
Hello.
Kendra went off to bed. I'm sure she's gone by now. That was 10 minutes ago. So, night, Kendra.
Hi, Kendra.
Amy managed to finish her book. Woo! You're welcome. Good night. Marlene read 6% of her arc, so a nice little chunk. Nice. What arc is it? What arc are you reading? How'd you get on?
Me. I was just watching BookTube and like trying not to sleep.
Nice. Just asked Marlene a question, so I kind of want to know the answer to the question now. Before I end the show. I want to know what Marlene's reading. Here we go. It's called Stringers, and I don't really like it, but I don't want to DNF an arc. DNF an arc if you need to.
Yeah, if you don't like it, don't read it. Says me who can't DNF, but other people can do it.
I've DNF'd an arc before. I got an arc on NetGalley and I DNF'd it.
Just, their books aren't made for everyone if you're not enjoying it. That's the point of arcs, to see mixed reviews. Not everybody saying, oh, I loved it.
Don't feel just because you've been given an arc, don't feel obliged to read it if you're not enjoying it.
Yeah.
It's an advanced reader copy. It's a reader's copy, not a publisher's copy. It's a reader's copy. It's your copy, and if you don't want to finish it, don't finish it.
Yes.
You are welcome. Good night. And on that note, we are going to go to bed because I want to watch another episode before I go to bed. So you are welcome. So yes, right, I'm going to put my finger on the end broadcast button and wave goodbye. Good night, everyone. Thank you for joining.
Bye.